So where are we going?
We are on our way to Alan's camera because I have a shit ton of Nikon F lenses to trade in. And I know a lot of people sit there and they're like, well, you're gonna shoot Sony now and you gave up on Nikon. And the truth of the matter is I've got like $13,000 in F glass that we use in the studio with our Z6s adapted. But the truth of the matter is I want to trade it in so I can bank the money now in store credit so that when all the new Z glass comes out, like the 70-200, 2.8 and the 1.4s and the 1.2s, I can just roll that money right into new Nikon glass. Because even though I'm shooting Sony now, that doesn't mean I've given up on Nikon or that I'll never be back, because I still love the freaking Nikons. I love the colors, I love the tones, I love the clarity, the glass is awesome. So that's really why I'm just trading this stuff in to Brandon at Alan's Camera.
How much gear are you trading in?
A lot. What's it, like 7 lenses or something? It's like $13,000 new. I think I paid for it. But that's interesting because, one, I never thought I would own so much gear. Because when I worked at Alan's Camera, as a salesperson, somebody would come in on a Tuesday and be like, yeah, I'll like to get that new 24-70 and that 70-200 and that's $4,000. And I'd sit there and I'd be like, how the hell do they afford that? I'm standing there as an employee in my mid-20s. I'm like, I have no money. Like, how is this even possible? This is what I hope to be able to do one day. And the whole point was, well, they're working photographers. That's their profession. That's what they were able to do. And it was pretty cool, or it's pretty cool now to be able to be like, oh, I want to go buy a lens because I work and have some money and can go do that.
Did you ever think you own all that gear?
Hold on, my dad's calling.
Love his ringtone.
Yeah, it's Mambo number 5. Yeah, Dad.
It is?
We're recording in the
Mambo
car.
number 5?
Yeah, hi. We're recording in the car.
Ah!
What
are you recording?
Well,
Taxi cab confessions.
Taxi cab confessions, as Steven says. I'm on the way
That's funny.
I'm on the way to Alan's Camera to trade in like $13,000 worth of Nikon glass.
Okay. And what are you trading it in for?
I'm trading it in for store credit so that in the future when Nikon comes out with newer glass for the mirrorless systems, I'll be able to just use my store credit.
Yeah, you'll have a credit for it the whole time.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you remember the first...
You going to stop over?
No, I'm not going to stop over today. We're not doing... I don't have time to do that today.
You didn't bring the hats?
No, the hats I'll bring tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You're doing your Allen Palooza tomorrow.
Yep. Alan's Palooza is tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be there.
Very good.
Do you remember the first lens I ever bought?
No.
It was an 80-200 2.8 that I saved up like $900 for.
Okay.
And the point I bring up...
Is that part of your trade-in today?
No, I actually traded that in a long time ago, but that brings up a good point. And the point is that I couldn't afford a lot of stuff back in the day, so I started with one good piece of glass, and then I traded that in for another good piece of glass, basically to upgrade.
You upgraded every time along the way.
Yeah, because you save money that way. And I always tell people it's glass, 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 glass. You never trade in glass towards camera bodies because bodies get replaced.
Trade in glass for glass.
Yeah, always trade in glass for glass.
Glass, is that anything similar to squirrel?
No, I don't know what that is. Is that...
Oh, well,
I don't know.
That was trying to be on my part and obviously
failing?
Not succeeding.
Yeah, failing? Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I said not succeeding. Yeah, downloaded that.
All right, well...
Hey, you can award...
I'm losing you in the car. Let me call you back when we're done filming. All right. He's gone. Anyway, that's what happens. My dad calls, and well, yeah. So anyway, just what we were talking about right there is that it's all about the glass. Glass. And when I couldn't afford to buy new, I would go to Allen's and I would see what they had it used, like an 85 1.4 that I could get for $500 or $600 off the regular price. And that's how I built up my bag of glass. I couldn't afford new, so I just invested it in good glass that was used, that was basically clean and good to go. So that's how I built everything up, and now it's time to trade in what I've got to prepare for the future of mirrorless. And that's why we're on our way to Brandon's at Alan's Camera. So the funny thing is, I have this hoarding mentality sometimes when it comes to gear. I just like to look at it on the shelf. But then I also learned that you can't be romantic about your gear, and that's why I trade bodies in as soon as a new body comes out. And in this case, all of these lenses, though they work great adapted, I hate using an adapter, especially when I switch over to a Z lens. And so it's just smarter for me right now to trade in the stuff that we're not using, like the 35-1.4 or the 70-200, literally the entire Hebrew Trinity, because I actually like using the 50-1.8s and the 85-1.8 and the 35-1.8, even though I gave a lot of shit to Nikon for making those 1.8s. They're very good lenses, and I prefer to use, say, the 35-1.8 over the 35-1.4 on the full frame on the mirrorless, just because I think it's sharp as hell. Though I can't wait till the Z lenses upgrade to the 1.4s and the 1.2s. Steven, red light means stop. If it's yellow, I stop because I don't want to go through a light most of the time. I just feel like it's safer. You stop at a red light. I mean, that's why it's there. And when it turns yellow, I don't want to speed up or I don't want to go through the red. I'd rather be a cautious, safe driver, especially because I'm blind enough as it is. Like, I want to make sure that my depth perception is on. Can you read that? I can't even read that sign. Can you read that sign? What's it say? Wait for green, probably? I'm just assuming that's what it says because I see a green thing and I can't read the letters. Oh, I got a turn signal. Yep. There you go. And here we go. We're pulling up to Alan's. A mom and pop store that is one of the last of the mom and pop stores to be around in the United States. But I still go here because I want to support the mom and pop store. Even though a lot of us do shop at the big places online for things that we need quickly sometimes, or if Alan's doesn't have something. But if you want to trade in some gear like I'm doing, definitely check out Alan's Camera, give them a call, tell them the Fro sent you, drop them an email, do whatever you need to do because I want to support the mom and pop store as much as possible. And you could always trade in that stuff for new stuff and it just makes it better. Oh yeah, and always back into parking spaces because it makes it much easier to get out when you back in. Because if you need to like get out of here quickly, you can just pull straight out. Unlike the guy next to me, which is Steven's car, he just pulled straight in. Yeah, the proper way is to back in. I kind of learned that from Greg Cazillo. So there you have it, traded in those 7 pieces of glass, Nikon F-mount stuff. As much as I love looking at that stuff on the shelf and having access to it, it was just time to trade good glass in to bank the money and store credit so that when the new Z glass comes out, I can just come back into Allen's, use my store credit, and walk away with some of the new mirrorless glass. But somebody's gonna be happy when they come in here and pick up my used glass because I took really good care of all that stuff. So if you want it, it's here at Allen's. And if it's not here anymore, they probably have some other used glass for you to pick up. Or you could always trade in some of yours towards something else. But I'm happy. Now it's time to go home.